Welcome to the Comedy MX Classic Comedy Channel. Classic as in Laurel and Hardy, Our Gang, Buster Keaton, and Charlie Chaplin.
Thank you, boys. Where'll you be when I need you?
Right here.
Okay.
I told you not to make that last payment.
Laugh Out Loud comedy, as in cartoons, TV shows, features galore, or the campy giant claw. Chuckle and guffaw the night away as you binge watch CMX Classic Comedies.
This is the Christmas season. That special time of year when we feel a special closeness to our loved ones. And right now, Corliss is thinking about a loved one and what to do about his Christmas present.
I'll wear the bracelet Daddy gives me on this wrist.
Mrs. Archer is thinking about her Christmas presents, too.
I'll wear the fur jacket that Harry gives me to the Patterson party.
Mr. Archer is thinking about his Christmas presents, too. Well, one thing is sure. As usual, Mr. Archer is going to have a white Christmas.
Come on, Corliss. Let's find out what he brought. Quick, in the closet.
You're not going to find out what my presents are to you until Christmas.
All right, Harry. If you don't want us to know, we won't try to find out. We'll just wait until Christmas.
Might as well. The way I've got them hid this year, you'll never find them. That won't be any good. The presents are not in my pockets. I've already hidden them, and you'll never find them. Honestly, you women and your curiosity are just like kids. You don't have to hide my presents. I'm not curious. I can wait until Christmas to find out what you got me. I'm not curious about what's in here. Although I could probably find out with very little trouble. I have a notion I'm getting an ocean of lotion.
At my house, everybody's curious about Christmas presents. My children wonder what they're going to get. My wife wonders what she ought to give. I wonder how I'm going to pay.
Hi, Harry.
Hi, Bill.
Well, there's Daddy's little helper. What do we do?
Start decorating.
All right. Hey, I hear you have your women folk guessing about your Christmas present.
Oh, Bill, the trouble they've been giving me. Searching all over the house, getting into everything. Oh, Bill, these women.
Well, of course. I can handle women better than you can because I understand them better than you do.
Oh.
Yeah, sure. You know, I know everything Mary's going to say any time of the day or night.
Hello, anybody home here?
Here, Mary.
Watch.
Oh, there you are, Bill. When I asked you to beat the rugs and clean out the garage and straighten up the cellar, you said you were too tired. But here you are, working as if you were loaded with energy.
See? All right, dear. I'll be over as soon as I finish here with Harry.
Yeah, now come over and help him, Mary. After all, one good turn deserves another.
Okay, thanks. Where's Janet?
In the kitchen.
Thank you.
Say, this is beginning to look pretty good.
Yep, sure is. Dexter.
Oh, hi. Anything I can do to help?
No.
Oh. Well, if you fellas need me, you just call.
Thank you, Dexter.
Goodbye, Dexter.
Oh, by the way,
Yes.
well, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor, Mr. Archer.
Well, whatever the question is, the answer is yes.
Well, thank you very much.
Goodbye, Dexter.
Don't you even want to know what the favor is?
All right. What is it?
Well, I'd like to borrow your tool shed to make my Christmas presents in.
To make your Christmas presents in.
Yeah, I'm making all my Christmas presents this year. I think it lends them the personal touch.
Well, that's a very nice sentiment, Dexter. It shows thought and goodwill and understanding.
Yeah, that's me, full of thought and goodwill and understanding.
Why?
Besides, all my money's tied up in debts.
Okay, Dexter, you can use my tool shed.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Archer.
Goodbye, Dexter.
Hey. I know why you two guys keep getting off those ladders. You think I'm gonna knock you down or do something clumsy or break something or something?
Well,
I haven't broken anything.
Don't press your luck.
Well, okay, men. I'm off. Sorry. Look, no hands.
I never have any trouble decorating our tree. I've got it down to a system. First, I have it delivered about 2 weeks in advance. Then I order the prettiest ornaments available. Then I go to a movie, and when I come home, my wife's got that tree looking absolutely beautiful.
Now, Corliss, nobody's going to find out what kind of Christmas presents I'm making. Not until Christmas. Well, if you want to help me, okay. But no more peeking.
All right, Dexter. What do you want me to do?
Well, how about cleaning up that junk over there? Corliss, you're under the mistletoe.
Sorry, Dexter. That's what you get for trying to steal a kiss before Christmas.
I guess I lost my head. Also a couple of teeth. Well, back to work. You know, I really should get those things to hang even. How the heck with it? Holy cow. I'll bet you even Thomas Edison couldn't figure that one out. Well, let's see if they all work.
Well, thanks for your help, Bill. I think we did a pretty good job.
Ah, it looks beautiful.
What a shame. That lovely tree all burned up. A moment ago, it was a lovely, bright pine. Now it's just a silly ash.
Good morning, Archers.
Good morning, Mary.
Hi, Mary. Had you breakfast?
Yes, but I'm open to offers.
Dexter comes by his appetite honestly. She's trying to ask you if you found my Christmas presents yet. The answer is no, and she's not going to. And now, ladies, a pleasant good morning to you both.
Isn't that just like a man?
Isn't what just like a man?
Being right. Janet, did you look for those presents in here?
Well, where would he hide them in here?
Well, there's room back here.
Lose something?
Well, we're, aren't we, Mary?
Why, sure. That's what we were doing. Well, you see, Janet and I decided to clean the kitchen floor, so we were just looking behind the refrigerator to see if it was dusty. Right, Janet?
Right.
That's what I call being real neighborly.
Now, back to Meet Corliss Archer.
Darling, isn't that my drawer?
Well, I guess I must have been confused.
Well, that's perfectly natural. We've only had the dresser 20 years. By the way, darling, that isn't where I hid the Christmas presents.
I'm not being curious. It's just that if I don't know what you're buying for me, I won't know what to exchange. And if I can't find out until after Christmas, there won't be as good a selection to exchange for. So I'm not being curious. I'm just being realistic. So it'd be much better if you tell me where the presents are and what they are so I can plan. After all, Harry, all I'm asking you to do is to look at the problem realistically.
Presents. Beautiful presents. Mustn't tell where they're hidden. Present for Corliss.
What is it, Mom? Shh. He's talking in his sleep. Maybe he'll say where he hid the present.
Janet, a mink coat. Beautiful mink coat. Corliss. Wristwatch. Diamond wristwatch. Rubies, jewels, treasure, pirate treasure. Alas, you lily-livered scum. They'll never find the metal. They do, we'll make them walk the plank. From the mirror, 4 steps. From the mirror, 4 steps. And to the left, 3 steps. Or was it 2? No, it was 3. Bow, face. Now, forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now leap forward. Exactly what you deserve.
Well, let Mr. Archer enjoy his laugh. It's not often that a mere male has 2 women on a string. Women are supposed to be the weaker sex. But the sad truth is that they're weak from laughing at their husband's weakness.
I'm sure I'll find it in here. I've looked every other place in the house. Here's someplace.
Just keep looking, darling.
Oh, hello, Harry.
Are you aware of the tragedies that are caused by idle curiosity?
Never thought about it.
You know, curiosity was the cause of the famous Dieseldorf case.
Dieseldorf case? I never heard of that. What was that?
Mr. Dorf ran over his wife with a diesel.
And what had that to do with curiosity?
Well, he was curious to see if she was keeping up the payments on her insurance.
All right, Dexter, that's enough. Aren't you just a little embarrassed that I found you doing this?
Why should I be? Oh, Dexter, here's the hot water bottle. I knew I'd find it.
Oh, good.
Dear, would you put these back in the closet?
Dexter, what in the world?
Dexter, here's the green thread you wanted. The bar of soap, the magnet, and the water tub.
Good.
And here's the pearl buttons,
Yeah.
the siphon,
Yeah.
the beeswax, and the green cheese.
Oh, good. Well, thanks, Mrs. Archer. Back to work.
What are you doing with all that?
Oh, this stuff is for the Christmas presents I'm making.
What are you making?
It's a secret.
Aren't you going to put those back in the closet, dear?
What in the world is he making?
I don't know.
Beeswax. Siphon. Cream cheese. A hot water bottle. What's going on?
Whatever Dexter's making can't be any queerer than some of the things my mother-in-law gives me for Christmas. Last year, she gave me a set of automobile maps, but I don't have a car. I finally figured out that was her way of saying, Merry Christmas. Hit the road, you bum.
I just happened to be passing by.
Oh. Well, I moved the hinges from one side of the door to the other, but I haven't moved the doorknob yet.
Dexter, what are you making in there?
Mr. Archer, remember the famous Dieseldorf case?
But the beeswax, the hot water bottle, the thread, the cream cheese. After all, Dexter, we're old friends. As man to man. Well, you need any help? Is there anything I can do?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, if you'd like to come in for a minute, there is something you could do.
Oh, that's fine. Now, what do you want me to do? What are you making? I mean, what do you want me to do?
Oh, well, I'm going to put some glue on here, and then you can hold it in position in the vise while I clamp it, okay?
Huh?
Here. That's it. Yeah, like that. Now,
Dexter.
Huh?
Dexter.
Oh, holy cow.
The time. Vice.
Oh, well, I gotta find that handle. It must be around here somewhere.
Never mind, Dexter.
Holy cow. Well, how could you get caught in the vise with such a short tie?
Is there anything else I can do to help?
Oh, yeah, as a matter of fact, there is. Would you hold this nail? Thank you.
Let me get this straight. You want me to hold this nail while you hit it with a hammer, is that right?
Oh, yeah, it'll only take a second.
So would getting shot. All right, then. But you better hit the nail.
Well, Mr. Archer, if you're so worried about your finger, why don't you hit the nail?
Makes sense. Give me something cold. Give me something cold.
There, put your finger in there.
glue.
Don't worry, Mr. Archer. I think I can get it off. What do you know? A glue-sicle. Oh, don't worry, Mr. Archer. I can get it off, I'm sure. Here, just put your finger there.
I have 2 words for you, Dexter.
What?
Goodbye.
Mr. Archer. Mr. Archer, before you go, wouldn't you do me another favor? I mean, I just want to... This is very simple.
What?
Well, I was hoping that you'd hold this board while I drilled a hole in it, you know? Nothing can happen.
Well, just an idle curiosity. I'd like to see if it's possible.
Oh, there's nothing to worry about.
Let's see. No hammer, no glue, no vice. Just hold the board, right?
Right.
All right.
Okay. It's a little hard to get started. There. Just stop. Don't worry, Mr. Archer. I can get it off for you. Mr. Archer, Mr. Archer, I moved the hinges, remember? And don't worry, I'll do it for you. You won't tell anybody what you saw here, will you?
It looks like a bang-up Christmas for Mr. Archer. When he went into Dexter's workshop, you could scarcely imagine a more upstanding man. When he came out, he was a man who could scarcely imagine standing up anymore.
Merry Christmas, Daddy.
Well, thank you, baby. And now for my presents to you. You know, this is the first Christmas that you haven't known in advance just what you were going to get from me.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Christmas.
From my darling husband.
My adoring wife.
Harry, what about those presents you've been hiding?
Oh, I was just telling Janet.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, Dexter.
Merry Christmas, Mrs. Archer. This is my present to you. I made it myself.
Why, that's just beautiful, Dexter. What is it?
It's a Dexter Franklin reclino seat. Sit down. Go ahead, you'll love it. There. Isn't that comfortable? Isn't it relaxing?
It's just wonderful. Harry, help.
This is only the beginning.
Harry, what about those presents you've been hiding?
Well, I was just telling you, Corliss.
Merry Christmas. This is for you.
Golly, Dex, thank you so much. It's just what I've always wanted.
Do you know what it is?
Sure.
Well, how did you guess?
Well, it's perfectly obvious.
Yeah, I guess it is. Well, how does it feel to be the only girl in town with an automatic window closer?
Oh, what?
Don't you get it, Pop? On those cold winter mornings, this automatic window closer will close Corliss's window automatically. She won't even have to get out of bed to do it.
Oh.
But you want to see how it works? Watch. You just set the alarm, flip the switch, and presto. Corliss, I'm sorry. I worked hard on it. I really did. I wanted this to be the merriest Christmas ever.
Oh, Dex, please don't feel bad. Please don't, Dex. I don't really care about the present. Really, I don't. What's really important is that, well, that I know you love me.
Oh, holy cow, Corliss, everyone's looking.
It's all right, Dexter. We all want you to have a Merry Christmas, too.
Holy cow. Mr. Archer, I've got one present for you I guarantee won't break. It's out in the backyard.
Wait a minute. I can't stand the suspense any longer. If I don't get to see your presents pretty soon, I'm going to blow my top.
All right. Now, has anybody any idea where I hid him?
No. Come on, Harry, that's enough build-up. Go get them.
All right.
What's the matter, Harry?
Well,
What is it, Harry?
forgot where I hit him.
Oh, no.
No, wait a minute. Just give me a minute. I'll be able to think of it. It's no use.
Oh, this is great.
Oh, Harry, you've kept us in suspense long enough.
All right, darling. Dexter, you say you have something you want to show us in the backyard?
Right.
So have I. Follow me.
Here's your Christmas present, Mr. Archer. You were gonna lay the cement walk for months now, so I did it for you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Oh, no, this can't be true.
What is it, Harry?
Right here, under what is now a cement walk, is where I hid your presents. That does it.
Hey, it's a pretty nice job, Mr. Archer.
Thank you, Dexter.
Dinner's ready, Harry.
Oh, I'll be right in, dear.
It's your favorite day after Christmas dinner.
Yeah, what?
Spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh, man, why didn't you say so? That's for me.
Boy, that sounds great.
You're invited too, Dexter.
I am? Oh, boy, Merry Christmas.
Good morning, Mr. Peters. Nice chilly morning. Christmas Eve.
You said it.
Mr. Peters.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Grimes.
I have good news for you. It will not be necessary for you to report to hardware today.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Mr. Grimes.
I had a request from personnel to transfer you to Toys, where you will assume the role of Santa Claus.
What?
I was not aware, Mr. Peters, that you are hard of hearing.
Oh, Mr. Grimes, I can't do that. Oh, what I mean is, I'm not sure I'm the Santa Claus type.
With whiskers, one Santa Claus is pretty much like another.
Oh, sure, but, well, wouldn't somebody older be better for you? Somebody like, Uncle Billy, now there's a man for you.
It's the view of the front office that you are more expendable than Uncle Willie.
Expendable?
A janitor's work is never finished, Mr. Peters, whereas the hardware department is scarcely the mecca of Christmas shoppers. Besides, it's orders from the front office, so I wouldn't argue, Mr. Peters, if I were you.
Well...
You will report to Mr. Bolivar in Toys immediately. He will advise you where the wardrobe may be found.
Okay.
Mr. Wickersham.
We are all spick and span, fresh out of the mothball.
Mothballs is right. Holy mackerel.
It'll air out in a couple of days. Anyway, children don't notice smells like grown-ups, especially when they're doing business with old St. Nick.
Well, what must be, must be. Gosh, I don't even know where to begin.
The pants.
Oh, yeah, the pants.
Oh, room enough for 2 pillows. Good. Funny thing about you not liking the job of Santa Claus. I've hoped they'd give it to me for I don't know how many years.
Well, you're not as expendable as I am, Uncle Billy.
Expendable? Well, I don't know about that. All I know is every year about this time, I've waited for Mr. Bolivar and Toys to come up to me and say, well, Uncle Billy, you're it. But it never happens. Always it's somebody else.
That's what's wrong with the world, with everybody. We're a bunch of square pegs in a round hole, especially me.
Well, I never thought of it quite that way. Always seemed to me that most things happen for the best. Except maybe me not getting the Santa Claus job here at Morley's.
That's what I mean, Uncle Billy. Of all the people in the store, I look and feel less like Santa Claus than anybody. And you, well, you look more like Santa Claus than Kris Kringle himself. Do you get the job? No, I get it.
Don't you like children, Mr. Peters?
Oh, sure, I like kids, but I don't want thousands of them climbing over me 8 hours a day. I've got a kid of my own. Well, I did have anyway.
That's too bad.
Oh, it's not like that. My wife and I are divorcing the kids with her up in Danville.
Oh. There. That's pretty good.
Can't say I'm too big for my britches anyway.
Looks to me like they're just right for you.
That's what you think. How about like my first pair of army pants? And that's another thing. Oh, I'm sorry. What I was going to say is, before I got drafted, I was a mechanic in a garage in Danville. So I get in the Army, they make a cook out of me. That's what got me in the mess I'm in now.
Being a cook in the Army?
Yeah, that's how I met my wife. In Munich. She calls it München. My outfit was stationed there after the war. We used to feed a lot of people. She was one of them. We sort of got acquainted.
Mm-hmm.
And after I got out of the Army, I sent for her. I didn't have a job. We were married in New York the day she landed. That was 1946. Just before Christmas. I took her home. Well, here we are. Welcome home.
Oh, Joe.
You like it? It's good?
Ja, es ist wunderbar. So gemütlich. I like all.
Here's the kitchen. Cooking. It's handy. It's klein,
Nicht
but...
zu klein, nicht zu groß. Oh, okay.
Here's the bedroom. Schlafen.
Oh, Joe. Oh, und der Weihnachtsbaum. So ein süßer kleiner Baum. Und der große, große Stern. Oh, Joe. Joe! Ich war noch nie so glücklich. Ich liebe dich. Du bist meine einzige, ewige Liebe.
Now, once again.
Kartoffel.
Potato.
Potato. Red plate.
No. Radish.
Radish. Oh, apple.
Right. And this?
Cigarette.
Thanks. Don't mind if I do.
Tasse. Cup.
Very good.
Platte. Plate. Maria. Sunlight. No?
No, not so. Maria, not plate. Nein. Maria, some dish? Ja.
Who is it, please?
Me, honey.
Oh, Joe. You're early home.
Yeah, I quit.
Your job? You quit?
I just couldn't do it.
Oh, Joe. Not once more.
Can I help it if I'm just not cut out to be a salesman, going from door to door, talking to all kinds of...
I know, my Liebchen. But all of it is the same. Maybe you don't try long enough, or...
Or what?
Well, I don't know. I do not understand, but here in America, there is so much work.
Oh, I'll get a job. But you don't want me doing something I don't like, something without a future.
No. I only want that you should happy be. Oh, Joe, maybe I get a job for a little while.
You?
Yeah, in Germany, everybody works now, man and wife.
This isn't Germany.
No, but we need the money, Joe.
You didn't have any money over there, did you?
No.
What are you kicking about?
But, Joe, I'm going to have a baby. I'm sorry, Joe.
Sorry? You kidding? Why, this is the doggonest thing that ever happened to me.
Oh, Liv, you make me so happy.
Who's making you happy? And who's been talking about getting a job? I'll get one, and furthermore, I'll stick to it because I've really got something worth working for now. Nicest Christmas present I've ever had.
Yeah, only a little early.
Well, I always did like to open up my packages a little ahead of time. I hope she grows up to be just like you.
Well, I don't.
I'm glad she's a girl, because she won't have to worry about getting a job and keeping it.
But that's so silly, Joe.
All she has to do is make some guy happy the way you've made me happy.
But you've given me happiness too, Joe.
Who are you kidding? It's absolutely out of the question. I won't have it, and that's all there is to it.
But why? Why, Joe? It would only be a few hours in the evening, and the money, Joe.
No, don't you understand English?
Come on, baby. Time for bed.
But I don't want to go to bed, Mama.
Oh, but it's way, way past your bedtime. Come on. Say goodnight to Daddy.
Good night, Daddy.
Good night, honey. Sleep tight.
I will.
Joe. Don't you want to talk to me, Joe?
There's nothing to talk about.
I only want to help until you get another job.
There you go again.
Well, it's true, darling. I do not find fault when you quit and look for another job. Joe, look at me. Look at me, Joe, please. The only reason I want to get work is so you will have time to find a good job.
Oh, for the love of Pete, I'll get another job. I always have, haven't I?
I know, but I
don't want to talk about it. You're always finding fault with me. No wonder I can't get anywhere. Well, I'll show you that I can, without your help.
That's how you and Maria split up, huh?
No, but I guess that was the beginning of the end. I don't know how many jobs I had after I left the Army. I was a salesman. I was in a garage. And I worked as a short order cook.
Huh. Army helped you there, huh?
Yeah. But who wants to be a cook all his life?
Oh, I don't know anything more important. Everybody has to eat.
Yeah. Everybody likes Santa Claus, too. Funny thing, I was working pretty steady when we got into our final row.
Well, that's the best I can do. Yeah, step on it.
Feels okay.
Oh.
Yeah. I was working for a real estate outfit up in Danville. I was away evenings a lot, you know. And one night I came home. It wasn't too late. Hi. Hey. No breadwinner's home. Maria. What is this? Joe. Babysitting for Mrs. Miller. Had to take Ellen with me. Won't be late. Maria.
Oh, Joe, you're still up? Joe. You're mad with me, Joe. I'm sorry. I didn't think it would be so late. I left a note for you, and I thought that... I thought that it would be all right. Joe, I only did it to help Mrs. Miller. Maybe I did wrong, but it was really all right, Joe. Mr. Miller drove me home, and he gave me $5, Joe. $5 for only 3 hours.
You took it? You took $5 from Miller?
Yes,
You only did it for Mrs. Miller. What did you take the money for?
but I thought that...
You thought we needed it. You think I can't support you and Ellen?
No, darling, no.
That's what Miller will say. That's what everybody will say. You've made a fool of me, Maria, but you won't do it again.
Oh, Joe, I'm sorry, Joe.
Go ahead, be sorry, see if I care. The last time I left, I was soft enough to come back. This time it's for keeps.
Mama. Mama. Why was Daddy angry, Mama?
Shh, darling.
Where did Daddy go?
I don't know.
Seems like it's always the little things, don't it?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was all wrong from the start. I guess the less successful you are, the more pride you have.
Yeah, pride can be a nasty thing, Mr. Peters. Usually hurts you as much as other folks. Want me to give you a hand there?
No, thanks. I can manage.
Still, it may not be too late. Never too late, I always say. Especially if you're willing to swallow some things.
Not a chance, Uncle Billy. I've still got some pride left.
That's what I mean.
How's it look?
Best looking helper St. Nick ever had. Does your wife know you're here, Mr. Peters?
Sure. We used to write quite often at first, but not so much lately. I send her money so she knows I'm here at Morley's. Well, I guess that's that.
I sure would give anything to trade places with you. In the Santa Claus job, that is.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Merry Christmas, little kiddies.
Almost opening time, Mr. Peters. Better get up to toys.
Wouldn't want to give Mr. Bolivar conniptions. Well, keep your fingers crossed for me, Uncle Billy. Thanks for your help.
I didn't do anything. I sure wish I could, though. But I'll keep my fingers crossed till Christmas anyway.
Well, Harold, you give Santa that list, and he'll put it here with his very special papers so that it doesn't get lost. And you be a good boy between now and Christmas, or Santa won't be able to give you that bicycle. Santa's in kind of a hurry tonight, little boy, so he'll just take this list and take good care of it, and you too, on Christmas Eve. Be a good boy. Closing time. Hello, honey. Now, Santa's a little bit late tonight, so he's in a hurry. So if you'll just give me that list, I'll take care of everything when the time comes. And you be a good girl. Ellen.
Golly, Santa, you even know my name.
Well, why wouldn't I know your name? Santa Claus knows the names of all good little girls.
And you don't think that I'm a bad girl?
Oh, goodness gracious, no.
Not even if Mommy don't know where I am?
You mean your mommy isn't here with you?
Mommy's down in the hardware department. We went there to look for my daddy, but he wasn't there. Then Mommy was going to buy Daddy a Christmas present, and when she wasn't looking, I sneaked up here. Wasn't that awful of me?
Well, I hope your daddy likes his Christmas present.
Mommy said it wouldn't be Christmas unless we got him something, even if he don't live with us anymore. He lives here in the city. Mommy and I live in Danville. We came down on the train, and all the way down I kept thinking what I was going to tell Daddy. All about school. I got an A in arithmetic, and all about Emmylou. That's my baby doll. But Daddy wasn't there.
Sounds to me like you love your daddy very much.
I do, more than anything in the world.
Oh, there's the closing bell. Santa has to leave now. But Ellen, you haven't told me any of the things you want for Christmas.
Golly, no.
I'll tell you what. Santa Claus will take you down to the hardware department himself. And you find your mommy, and you can tell me what you want for Christmas on the way.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Oh, there's my Mommy. Mommy! Don't be mad, Mommy. Please. 'Cause I really didn't do anything awful. I just had to talk to Santa Claus.
Of course you did, dear. I understand. But now I think you better thank Santa and say goodbye to him. Looks to me like you've taken a lot of his time.
Oh, that's what Santa Claus is for, isn't it?
Have you told Santa about the skates you want for Christmas?
Skates? Oh, Santa Claus won't forget. They'll be under the tree.
But what I want most of all, please, Santa, could you bring my daddy back to me?
Well, Ellen, that's kind of a big order. I'm not sure I could get him down the chimney.
Now, kiss Santa goodbye, dear, so we won't miss our train.
Goodbye, Santa.
You be a good girl now.
Well, just one more day, Mr. Peters.
Yeah. This time tomorrow, it'll be all over.
Wasn't too bad, was it?
No. No, not bad at all. You know, I've learned something, Uncle Billy. Being Santa Claus is an important job.
Yeah. Oh, we're all children at heart, I always say.
Well, I wasn't thinking of the children so much, Uncle Billy. I was thinking of Santa Claus himself. I wonder if he'd give one of his helpers a hand.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised. No, sir. I wouldn't be at all surprised if you would. Well, I'll go hang these things up for you, Mr. Peters.
And thanks, Uncle Billy. I'd like to send a telegram to Mrs. Joe Peters, 129 Mayberry Road, Danville. Would like to put Daddy in my gift pack Christmas Eve, as per Ellen's request, even if I have to bring him down the chimney. Promise to deliver improved model with all the old kinks ironed out, if okay with you. And sign that Santa Claus.
Good morning, Mr. Peters.
Good morning, Uncle Billy.
I was just laying out your things for you. Last day.
Uh-huh.
Well, it looks like I'll have to wait another year. Oh, by the way, here's a telegram came for you early this morning.
Why use the chimney when front door will be wide open for you? Yippee!
Don't make sense to me.
It does to me. It means this is going to be the merriest Christmas. Uncle Billy. Uncle Billy, you're it. This is your chance, because I'm taking a leave of absence from Morley's to play Santa Claus to myself. And thanks for keeping your fingers crossed for me, Uncle Billy.
I wasn't keeping my fingers crossed for you. I was keeping them crossed for myself.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Yours very truly, Donna Ruggles. There, now, I'm all ready to read it. No, I want to read it today. Oh, no, I will.
Here. What is the argument?
Donna won't let me read the letter to Santa Claus.
Oh, well, now you wrote that letter together, didn't you?
Yes, Daddy.
Well, then you can both read it together to me. So I'll tell you, Donna, you start, and Donald, you butt in anytime you want.
Okay.
All right, sit down there. Let's hear what you've written.
Let's see. Oh, dear Santa Claus. Yeah, dear Santa Claus. We know that with all the kids in the world, it must be very hard for you to keep track of who's been good and who's been bad. And so we thought we'd help you out. We're going to tell you. Donna has been a very good girl all year long. And Donald has been very good also.
Yeah, how about that, Donald? Have you been good?
Well, I've been good more times than I've been bad, I think.
Oh, so you think you'd perhaps rather skip the being bad part, huh?
Besides, I've been punished for being bad.
Oh.
Now, we've been sorry every time, then.
You have. Well, then you have a point there. Now, go on, then.
Okay, let's see. Oh, so please, Santa, as long as we've all been so very good, we'd like to have you bring Donald a train. A real train that runs.
Real? Well, how about the Super Chief?
We like Jerry very much. So we think our sister Sharon should have a couple more boyfriends. That would make it more exciting. So please, Santa, bring her some.
Bring her? Oh, now, wait a minute. You know, boyfriends just don't grow in bunches, you know, like bananas.
Now, wait just a minute here. Now, looks like the kids have been peeking into your dream, Dad.
Yeah. You mean about Jeff Logan, huh? Yeah, well, go ahead, kids. More?
Okay. Yeah, there's more, Daddy.
All right.
And please, Santa, bring our brother Chuck a car with hot rods.
Yeah. Now, you've said something.
On the condition that he lets us ride in it. Mommy wants a new bed. The one she's got now has got lumps.
Oh, just because you hid some of your old toys in the mattress. That's
And we'd like you to bring Daddy a checkbook. So he can write out some more money.
A checkbook? Well, now that is something I'm going to need, believe me. No kidding.
We think that's all, Santa. Signed, yours very truly, Donna Ruggles. And Donald Ruggles.
Well, now that's a very nice letter, kid. Yes.
Wait a minute. I got a PC.
What, a PC? What's that?
Please, Santa.
Oh, no, you mean PS.
Oh, P.S. Please look around to see if you have anything left. And if you do, give it all a children who are as lucky as we are. We thank you.
Oh, that's fine. That's very nice. Okay, now
Do you think Santa will like our letter, Mom?
Well, he certainly will. That's a very fine letter.
Sure it
Can
is.
we go mail it?
Yeah, you go mail it, but don't go wandering all around the block now. Run along. You're okay.
We won't.
Okay.
We've got to be good until after Christmas.
Yeah.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle.
Hey, Dad.
What?
Where are we going to put the tree this year?
The tree?
Over by the window, I guess.
Well, now, I'll tell you, I thought that perhaps about the tree, that maybe this year we
wouldn't have a tree.
We wouldn't. Oh, my golly. I say that every year, don't I?
Right along about the
Well,
tree.
all right. I'll leave it up to you guys, and I hope it'll be the biggest and prettiest one on the block.
Okay. Go on, play a game of checkers,
Oh, swell. Joe,
Yeah, dear.
do you realize 22 Christmases? We've had 22 Christmases.
Oh, my gosh. Don't remind me of that, Mark.
And we still have our health. That's something to be thankful for.
Yeah, it certainly is. Certainly is.
And almost everything else that we need. Besides.
Well, it has been a good year, honey. I'll say that for it.
I wish we could share our blessings.
Oh, you mean you think we have more than enough?
Well, you know, I mean with somebody less fortunate than we are.
Well, we always manage to do our bit, dear. You know, the community chest and any other charities that we can afford.
Oh, no, dear. I don't mean that. I mean something more personal.
Oh, you mean, for instance, like Ernie and your mother, maybe, huh?
Oh, we always take care of them.
Oh. Well, why don't we invite them over this Christmas? You know, they'll probably be alone.
Darling, don't you remember I told you that Ernie is taking Mother to Denver for Christmas to spend it with his family?
That's right. Well, we'll think of something now, Margaret. Don't worry.
Now watch this move. You really did it this time. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, no, give him.
Oh, I do wish I could think of somebody.
Huh?
Oh, how about Blinky and his pop?
Let me see, who?
Blinky and his pop.
Blinky and his pop, huh? Now, there's an idea, by golly.
Hey, I know of someone.
Who?
Elaine Schumann.
Elaine Schumann?
You remember, she was in my graduating class. She has less than anybody I can think of. And she and her mother will probably be alone this year. Her father passed away, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we hardly know her, sis. Why don't we just ask Mary Ann?
Oh, now, Chuck, dear, that isn't the idea at all. We want to give to somebody who really needs it.
Well, Elaine needs it. What about it, Father?
Well, I tell you, I'm not in favor of doing things on the spur of the moment, Sharon.
Well, you said that we should share our good fortune with others.
No, it was your mother who said that.
Well, Father, don't you think...
No, well, of course, I still am in favor of it.
Well, then why all the objection?
Well, what I object to, dear, is that waiting for the holidays to do something for someone that you should have done a long time ago.
Oh, Father, for Pete's
Well, now,
sake.
look here. You didn't go out of your way to be nice to this girl all during the year, did you?
Father, I haven't seen her since I started at college. She hasn't been coming to any of our parties.
Oh, I see. Well, did you ever stop to think that there might be a reason for that?
What do you mean, Dad?
Well, in the first place, maybe she, because if you say she was not so well off, maybe she couldn't afford to go to college.
Well, I'm almost certain of that.
And by the same reason, she probably couldn't go to parties, you see, either. That's the same deal.
Well, I know that.
Maybe
and
she
her
has to
mother's
work.
been ill.
Yeah, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the idea. That's just what I mean, Sharon. You know all that, and yet you didn't do anything about it until now. You know, kids, let me tell you something. All around us, every day, we see someone who needs help. But do we do anything about it? No. Instead, we wait until Christmas rolls around, by golly. And then we start buying gifts for each other and writing letters to Santa Claus and dropping a few pennies in the Salvation Army bucket. And for a few short days only, we have a feeling of peace and goodwill toward our fellow man.
But, Charles, isn't that one of the main reasons for Christmas?
I don't get what you mean, dear.
Well, to remind us to do the things that we should do.
Yes, Father, how about that?
Well, now, why should we have to be reminded? I just don't want our kids, dear, to grow up and think that they can do, neglect all their duties throughout the entire year and make up for it by one good deed at Christmas time, that's all.
You've got something there, Dad.
Well, I guess we better forget about Elaine then.
No, I didn't say that, Sharon. I just wanted you to know how I feel.
Well, isn't that the same thing?
Well, I'll leave it up to you.
Pass that to Donna. Another one for Donald. Tall. Now, Chuck. Pass that to Chuck. Sharon, here's for you. Here's for you. Oh, Christmas cards. I love to get Christmas cards.
Yeah, you do, really. Christmas cards, and early, too, by golly, because, that's, it's a good deal, because then you can send to those that you may have forgotten. Give me
What's the matter? Somebody sends you one with a feather in it?
Huh?
Listen to this.
What?
At Christmas time, don't send me money. Just let me touch your lips, my honey.
Oh, no. Now, who sent that?
I don't know. It isn't signed.
Gilmore's probably, or your friend the coach.
Oh, I don't think so.
Jerry couldn't be that icky.
I got one from Grandma.
Oh, did you, dear? Well, read it.
It says, Merry Christmas to Donna. I hope Santa brings you all you want.
Oh, my golly. He'll have to send Grandma one of those rhyming dictionaries, I think.
Wait a minute. I got one from Grandma, too.
Yeah?
Happy Yuletide, little boy. Hope Santa brings you many a toy from Grandma.
Where does Mother get those cards?
Very juvenile.
Yeah.
Doesn't she know we're grown up?
Well, here's my little contribution. When I picked out this little voice, I pays my dough and takes my choice. So happy Noel to all yous joiks with a Merry Christmas and all the woiks.
Oh, Ben Milligan.
Ben Milligan, how'd you know?
Well, who else?
Well, at least he didn't send back the card we sent him last year, by God.
Well, here's someone who did.
Yeah,
Mrs. Van Markham.
Mrs. Van Markham did?
'Tis the season that follows the fall. So Merry Christmas to one and all.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Don't tell me we sent a card out like that, Margaret.
Don't you remember?
Yeah, well, yeah, I know, but it's so silly. Everybody knows that Christmas is in the winter and that winter is the season that follows the fall. And but who picked that card out originally?
You did, Father.
Well, no wonder she sent it back.
May we be excused?
Huh?
Have you finished?
We want to go upstairs and wrap packages.
All right, well, run along then. Run along. Yeah, and, wrap those packages good, too, because...
Thanks, Governor.
Yes, sir. Governor? Where do you get that governor stuff?
That's grown-up talk.
Ah, run along with you. Go on. Those kids are growing up too doggone fast,
Hey, Father, would you like to go over to Elaine Schumann's with us?
Well, that's what we decided on, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, both of us.
Well, then sure we'll go.
Okay.
But first, I think if we've all finished, we ought to practice what I preached a little last night and help our mother with the breakfast dishes.
Hey,
there.
I'll wash.
Okay, I'll wash. Yeah, and I'll see that you do it right.
Oh, no, you don't. You just get a dish towel.
Okay, all right. You're going to do the what, Chuck? You're going to do the scraping?
Yeah, I'll scrape them. Yes, let me put these in there. There. Here's a nice pile for you.
There you are, boy.
Thank you, Dad.
Margaret, what you said last night sort of started me to thinking. I dreamt about it all night. I don't know.
What, dear?
Well, about that 22-year thing, My gosh, it seems like yesterday that we had our first Christmas with Sharon, you know it?
Well, it seems longer than that to me.
The older I get, the faster time flies.
Oh, yeah. Well, I hope the older you get, the wiser you get.
Oh, I'm doing all right, Dad. And I found out you don't learn everything from books, either.
No? Meaning what?
Mary Ann. I learned about women from her.
Yeah. Oh.
Thank you, Rudyard Kipling. Well, I hope you learned a little something besides.
Oh, I'm doing all right, Mom, honest. Now, for instance, I have learned that if a guy really buckles down and applies himself, he can accomplish almost anything he wants to.
Oh, wait, you mean you're thinking about that time that you were selected to be the judge of the court, are you?
Well, that's one thing.
Well, now, let me tell you, you earned that one, son.
Yeah, but I was sure glad I had you to advise me.
Yeah, well, that's what fathers are for, isn't it?
Yeah, but it took me 19 years before I learned never to underestimate the power of a father.
Hey, well, thank you, son. Yes. Well, don't be rubbing the flowers over that thing, Try another one. And the same rule applies to a mother, too, by golly.
Oh, indubitably.
Yes, sir. And speaking of mothers, now that we're throwing compliments around, Mother, we want to thank you. We have you to thank, for being so nice to us and making all our lives worth living this past year, as always.
Oh, well, now, dear, I didn't do anything different from the year before.
Yeah, I said as always. You want to go over to Elaine Schumann's with us, dear?
Oh, dear, I just got so much to do. If you don't mind, I think I'll stay right here.
Well, okay. Then Chuck and Sharon and I will go.
Father.
Huh?
On second thought, I don't think I'll go.
Yeah.
Huh?
Why not?
What's the deal?
Well, frankly, I'm a little ashamed to face it.
It was your idea.
Well, I know, but like Father said, I shouldn't have ignored her. I should have taken the initiative and invited her over once in a while. Golly, with college and Jerry and everything, well, I just didn't have the time. And well, you know how it is.
That, my dear, is what is known in psychological circles as justification by rationalization. Yeah, I'd forget about that whole deal if I were you and finish up and come on, let's get going now. Huh?
Sharon Ruggles. It's me, all right. And Chuck.
In the flesh.
Elaine, I'd like you to meet my father.
Yeah, well,
how do you do, Mr. Ruggles?
How are you, Elaine? I've been hearing a great deal about you lately.
Well, won't you come in?
Well, thank you. Will. Thank you.
I'm just finishing my holiday decorating.
Oh?
It's the first chance I've had. The babies have been keeping me so busy.
Yeah, the babies?
At the nursery.
Oh?
A lot of the mothers in this neighborhood work at night, so I help take care of their children.
Oh?
Well, I imagine the extra money comes in handy, eh, Elaine?
Oh, we don't get paid. It's purely voluntary.
Oh.
Well, may I take your things?
Well, I'm afraid we can't stay too long.
Your place is just beautiful.
So sort of clean and cozy.
Oh, are you surprised?
Oh, well, that is...
It's not what you expected, is that it?
Well, no. You see,
well...
I don't know why.
Well, Chuck didn't mean it the way it sounded.
No, he just opens up his mouth and you never know.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
You needn't be. I understand. Come and see my gallery.
Yeah?
And my little Bethlehem.
Well.
Isn't it beautiful?
Well, my goodness, look at that, Bethlehem. Isn't that wonderful?
It's
that is really something, isn't it, huh?
Say, I'll bet that really cost a lot.
Oh, no. My father made these for me when I was a little girl.
Oh?
He carved all the figures out of wood with his penknife.
Is that
And then Mother and all of us painted it together. They're amazing.
Why, I mean, the detail is remarkable, isn't it? Look at that thing in there. My.
I remember when he carved this wise man. He told me the story of Jesus.
Oh, when he was carving this, he told you the story of, well, you and your father must have been very, very close.
Oh, we were. He was terribly sentimental. He believed that happiness could cure anything.
Oh, well, maybe he was right, by golly.
He was full of all those corny old platitudes. Smile and the world smiles with you. There's always a silver lining and prosperity is just around the corner. Why, he believed them all.
Oh, yeah. Well, how about you? Do you believe them?
I think I do, but sometimes I get a little impatient.
Well, don't we all? You know, life is very unpredictable, Elaine.
Father always used to say that life was an everlasting struggle to keep the money coming in and his hair from falling out.
Yeah, well, that's a page out of my book. I'm losing mine any day now, I'll tell you.
Hey, you know something?
What?
I'll bet the twins would really get a kick out of these.
Yeah, they would.
Why don't you bring them over? Oh, my goodness, I forgot to ask you to sit down.
Well, I was wondering if you would ask. Well, sure, thank you, Elaine. Yeah.
Elaine? Yes? I suppose you're wondering why we came over. Well, frankly, I am surprised. Well, as you know, we never palled around much in high school together, and,
let's get to the point, shall we?
Look, Elaine, it being the holiday season, we all got to thinking about how lucky we are,
and how we have everything that we could ever ask for.
And how we'd like to share our happiness with someone who is...
Less fortunate?
Well, yes.
And you thought I might know of someone. Well, oh, I do. There are lots of people in this neighborhood. Why, there's the Harringtons, and Mrs. Greenlee, and Mrs. Joyce. Why, her 3 children have all been sick. And then there's Mr. Hillman. Oh, there are lots of people.
But, Elaine, you don't understand. You see, what we meant was that...
what Chuck meant was... that's exactly what we mean, Elaine. Yes. You see, last night we talked over the idea of helping someone less fortunate than ourselves this year. And Chuck and Sharon suggested they come to you. They said that you knew a lot of people who needed help. So if you'll give us the names and the addresses of those people, we'll probably see what we can do tomorrow. How about it, Sharon? Chuck, isn't that what we came for?
Yeah, sure, Dad. That's right.
Oh, yeah, it's swell.
Oh, they'll be very grateful, I know. Mother and I do what we can, but it's never enough. And, well, Mother's in San Diego now, working over the holidays.
Well, then you're alone.
Until after New Year.
Well, then we could spend the night together, you know, the whole evening. How about it, Dad?
Yeah, maybe we could have dinner. Oh, that sounds like a wonderful idea. I'll tell you what, I've got plenty in the icebox, and I'd love to have you stay.
But, Elaine, you don't understand. You see,
and Donna and Donald will have a chance to see my gallery.
Well, they'd be thrilled, Elaine, believe me.
How about it, Mr. Ruggles?
Well, that's very nice of you, Elaine, but,
You could go home and get Mrs. Ruggles and the twins, and in the meantime, I could start getting things ready.
Well, I tell you, I'll make a deal with you.
A deal?
I think Mrs. Ruggles has the dinner already prepared. In fact, she probably has it all fixed up and ready to put in the oven, you know. So, but I'll tell you, supposing you leave what you have in the icebox, and I'll get Mrs. Ruggles and the twins and the dinner, and we'll bring it over here.
But I could just as
now, that is my ultimatum. Either you take us, or you take us and don't take us, or you do and you don't, and take the dinner together.
Very well, Mr. Ruggles, you win.
All right, that's a deal. That's a deal. Come on, Chuck, we're going to need a little hand here. And Sharon, you can stay with Elaine, you know, in case she needs some help.
All right, honey.
Okay. Hold on to your appetites, girls. We'll be back in a flash with the hash.
Yeah, good. My son. We thank Thee, O Lord, for the bountiful meal of which we have partaken. We thank Thee for Thy guidance and protection, and for all the blessings You have bestowed upon us. Grant us continued health and happiness. Bless our country, that it may be a stronghold of peace and goodwill among men, Thy most precious gift. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and brotherhood between all the peoples of the earth, and may Thy name hallow every home and every heart. Amen.
Amen.
May we please leave the table, Daddy?
Huh?
Yeah, we want to see the manger.
Oh, you
the
do?
wise men and all the other things.
Oh, well, all right, but be careful, please.
Yes, now watch out. Don't break anything.
My golly, up and down, up and down. I don't know whether we have twins or your animated pile driving, Elaine, you know. Well, all I can say is that was a wonderful dinner, and that roast was simply scrumptious.
Aren't you forgetting who cooked it, Mr. Ruggles? Credit where credit is due.
Yeah, all right, so I give you credit. It was out of this world. It is now anyhow. But somehow or other, I don't know, I think maybe, the atmosphere of this home seemed to make it taste even better.
Yeah, you're right. It's the Christmas spirit. The house has nothing to do with it. Well, shall we go into my parlor?
Yes.
How about clearing away the table? Oh, we can do those later. I hate dishes. Don't stop. That was beautiful. Please go on.
I'm unconscious.
Self-conscious
Yes, anytime you kids are self-conscious, believe me. I'll tell you what we do. Suppose we all sing this together, huh? Oh, let's do it. Now we all get it together. We all set now? All ready. Ready?
Oh, little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie above thy deep and dreamless sleep. The silent stars go by, yet in thy dark street shineth the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight.
Oh, Elaine, that's beautiful.
Gee, that's lovely. My goodness, well.
Why is a voice like that hanging around Lou?
Yeah, well, my golly, a voice like that's not going to hang around loose. You know what I'm going to do, Margaret? I'm going to see Joe Conley of the Continental Recording Company and ask him if he won't listen to Elaine's voice. Would you mind if I did that?
Oh,
Would you sing for him?
I just love it.
Well, good.
You're a natural,
Elaine.
Elaine.
Sure,
Oh,
yes.
Mr.
Ruggles, you're very kind.
Oh, well, now.
Why have you been hiding a voice like that under a bushel?
I haven't hidden it. I love to sing, but it's just that I've been too busy to do anything with it.
Oh, Elaine, you must sing. Oh, my, what surprises we've had this evening.
Haven't we, really? Full of surprises, I'll say. Yes, sir. And by golly, not only surprises, but a lesson. A lesson for all of us. A lesson the Ruggles and all of us and every other family can profit by. You know, happiness is within oneself. It isn't what we have or how much we have that counts. It's how much of what we have that we enjoy. You have that gift, Elaine, the gift of enjoying what you have and of giving it to others. You're a very lucky girl and much richer than most of us. Well, look at me making a little holiday speech here. Well, now that I have, how's about giving us a little encore? Will you, Elaine?
Oh, please do. What should I sing?
Well, now, you
sing what you like.
Sing your favorite.
Well, let me look in my book. Oh, I know. This is my favorite, and I'm sure it's yours.